Life. You like that beat?
It's nice. It's a lot
That's
bop.
from that's from Lop, yeah. That's a Lop
Yeah.
beat. Alright, let's hit it. Let me lower the volume of this. What is up, everyone? We have some audience members already. How you feeling today? Thank you for tuning again to another Moody Monday brought to you by Mood Sensei, powered by S3 Labs. Thank you very much for being here. I know y'all could be anywhere else, and you know, finding it in your heart to be here with us. Tonight, I am joined by the amazing Dippo, the man of the magnificent beard, from Drill Club. I had the pleasure of meeting this guy in Miami. We had some nice conversations, and I couldn't help it but get infected by the passion and the enthusiasm that he put on every single word whenever he was talking about Drill Club and the adventure and the journey till landing on Sei. So yeah, I'm very excited for this conversation, Dippo. How you feeling today, brother?
Doing good, man. Doing good. How are you?
Very good. It's been a hectic few days with the moving and all things like that. Now my aunt and uncle were generous enough to receive us in their home, and it's it's a journey definitely, but
Yeah.
we're doing the
And
best of it. We feel great.
y'all got
Um,
big stuff happening soon, man. It's a lot going on, huh?
there's a lot, bro. There's a lot.
Yeah.
As of this Thursday, Spicy is gonna be full term, so little spicy Cuban can come any day now.
It's
You
awesome,
know,
man.
I'm so excited for that. What about you?
Yeah.
How's your day going?
That's good, man. It's good. Started it off with chasing kids around the house, getting them ready for school, and then a never-ending list of chores and errands and stuff to run, and then picking them up from school, and yeah, just the normal.
There's another day in paradise.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's what it is. So, what do you think we get down into the sauce?
Yeah, man.
So, yeah, sorry, I was setting that up. I want to talk about that later, about sacred around.
Yeah.
But first, I want to hear. Whenever I sit to have this kind of conversation with people, I like to hear their story. Who's Dippo outside of Web three? How are you as a man? Where did you grow up? What were your hobbies as a kid? And how did you become the man that you're today?
Yeah. So like I grew up in Florida, right? Northwest Florida. The rest of Florida doesn't really consider us part of Florida, but hey, we're here. What's funny though, man, is like the typical Florida man, bro, that's Northwest Florida though. Like it really is, man. It's Northwest Florida and like just outside of Jacksonville. Like those two spots are just the
They're
typical Florida
almost
man.
Louisiana.
But yeah, man. But But yeah, man. So I grew up in Pensacola. Um, I don't know. I guess I had a fairly somewhat normal childhood, man. Just grew up poor. It was fun though, you know. Yeah, I don't know, man. A lot of it's a blur, and I spent a long time touring in bands, playing music, doing live events. I used to work for a company. We did, we traveled around the country, I mean, internationally, doing events and festivals and things like that. So I was doing lighting design and production, you know, um, man, all the fun stuff. But it was a lot of fun. It really was, man. You get to travel around and see a lot of stuff. My parents, like, like I'm talking like day out of high school. Hey, man, so I'm leaving on tour. Like, no, the fuck, you're not. Like, yeah, no, I'm definitely going. Um, so like. Yeah, they were completely against it, just it could not have been more again. I mean, if they could have physically stopped me from going, they would have. But I think, once, I'm talking to my parents on the phone and they realize like, oh shit, he's on the other side of the country. We didn't pay for this with this shitty music he was playing in the back room. You know what I mean? Like at that because that dude, they never the furthest they've ever been is like Houston probably. Virginia, I mean, that's the two stretches for them, like from where we are. You're talking like a 10-hour drive at 12-hour drive at most.
Yeah.
They've never really been that far. Um, so I guess like, they kind of put things in perspective a little. They kind of backed off a little, but I had a lot of fun, man. It was exciting, you know.
What instrument do you play?
But, yeah. Mostly guitar.
Mostly guitar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Freaking dope. Dude, I always wanted to learn how to play electric guitar. I know how to play
Mm.
acoustic, more or less. But
Yeah.
I always wanted to learn how to play electric guitar. I even had one for a
Dude, it's the
while.
same thing. It's the same thing, man. Just it just depends on what style you're trying to play. I mean, shit, look at somebody like Chet Atkins. That dude played the electric guitar. It was a hollow body, but he played an electric guitar, but he could have done the same thing on an acoustic. It just depends on what you're trying to do. But yeah,
And
man,
I
it's
see
fun.
all this Spaniards. I look
Oh,
up,
dude.
not my entire life as well, this flamenco players and
Flamenco? Yeah, dude.
flamenco players and
Insane.
Spaniards. Those I can't remember his name now, but it's the lead guitarist that plays with Melendi. This one um, Spaniard singer that I really like. I would always be looking at what he was playing and be like, dude, that is wild. And it's just electric, acoustic, anything. It was just making
Yeah.
clap every single time. And it's
Yeah.
fascinating. Dude.
That's the thing, man. When you see someone who's just like a really elite musician, you can hand them spoons in a pan, honestly, man. Like someone who's that level of musician, they'll make you something. It's just it's I've been in bands with a few of those guys, and it's just great. Like one of them never played drums before. Our drummer got sick, and he goes, "Oh, I can just track all my guitar parts, and it'll play live, and I'll just learn the drums." I assumed he knew how to play drums. No, dude, it's a month later. He's like, "We're leaving for tour," and his girlfriend's like, "I can't believe you learned how to play drums in a month." I was like, "Oh shit." No way you literally learned how to play. I mean, obviously we had practices before we left, but dude's just like talented, just not me, bro. Like I butchered one instrument. I was not fixing to venture into other ones.
Dude, there's some people are naturals like that.
Yeah.
They're freaking great. Some are. I'm not. They're almost nothing. So yeah, dude, how did you end up in Web3?
Um, so the company that I worked for whenever we traveled doing events, like after touring, it was actually one of the guys I was in a band with. He was one of the owners of that company. So we had stayed in touch and I had just left his company to move to Arkansas. My wife, girlfriend at the time, was in Arkansas. So I just quit and moved up there. But we had stayed in touch and he was, it's right at the beginning of 2021, I guess. Well, first of all, let me rewind. I bought Dogecoin like, I don't know, 2015. I bought like $1,000 worth. It moved up by a few bucks and moved down by a few dollars. I got bored and like forgot about it. So GameStop shit pops off, right? My wife's like, "Oh wow, look at this! This GameStop stock is going crazy." I was like, "Oh shit, I should sell that stupid dog coin I have, and go buy some GameStop." And I got log into this dog coin. Like shit, I just crazy. I was like, I'm a great investor. You know what I'm saying? Like I diamond handed the shit out of
I
this.
am
Like,
the best freaking
but
trader in the
yeah,
world.
dude, you feel like Superman, man. We'll talk about it off stream. It was crazy, like just absolutely insane. I was like, oh shit, okay. So that throw more money into it, and it keeps going up. I mean, it just really just fortunate, good timing. But for me, that was really, I mean, I had stocks and stuff. I put a bunch of money into like the medical cannabis sector. Shortly before that, just blew off. Thank you, Sun
Mm.
Growers. You guys paid for a car. Um, like that was really what I focused on. But one of the things that always pissed me off is like 2 in the morning. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot about this. I need to go buy. You can't. By the time you get to buy something, all the guys on Wall Street have already bought everything they want to buy. You don't have a chance. Like you're buying the top every time. So
Yeah.
it always kind of frustrated me. And then like with crypto, that immediately kind of appealed, right? I was like, oh, this is 24/7. Like you can do this anytime you want. This isn't like a obviously I understood like how crypto, the general idea of crypto. But the fact that I could trade anytime I want, if I get bad news, I can sell. I don't have to wait till everybody else is sold to get to sell. So I was like, that really appealed to me. And then of course, like this Dogecoin thing just like popped off. And like you said, I mean, you feel like the best trader in the world at that point. So I've been kind of eyeing it, and I hadn't really dabbled too much because I was sitting there looking at this win that I just had. And it's like, I don't want to lose this. This is
Yeah.
so easy. I have
I'm
done that in
gonna
stocks
retire
like
at
a
the
million
top of my
times.
career. That's it. I
Yeah,
did it. I'm out.
yeah, yeah. So I was just like, I don't really, man, I don't really want it because it was enough that I wasn't willing to risk it. I was just like, man, it's like this could really just put me where I don't have to worry about doing anything for a while. So I was like, all right. So I've been kind of just keeping my eye on it, and honestly, just scared to put money in and lose it. Because you hear all the, it's a scam. You're gonna put your money in, it's gonna go away. So my buddy starts telling me about this app called Vivi, and I was like, all right,
Yes.
what's this? He's like, oh, you can buy these digital collectibles. And I was like, oh yeah, I've seen the physical one. Like it's you buy the physical one. He goes, no, 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 it's just a digital one.
It's just in the phone.
I said, bro, I don't like what? I was like, it's just like, and I had already like heard of NFTs, and I kind of understood NFTs, but they didn't market this as an NFT. It wasn't an NFT, even though technically it was. It was just a digital collectible. I was like, this is literally just like a file on some database somewhere, and like it goes down, all your money's gone. I was like, this is terrible. Like this just seems so stupid. But my buddy had taught me into it. Drops were like, I don't know, $5, $10 or something, like they were pretty cheap. So I loaded up like $10 and I hit the first drop, and I can't remember what it was, but it went up to like
Yeah, I was
70, $80.
just gonna ask you
Was
what was it. I think
I can't remember what the first one.
my first one in Vivi was the one with all the cereals. It was like Captain Crunch, Lucky
Yeah, the
Charms, but they
Kellogg's
were
for
all
yeah.
looked like they were meth or something like that. That was my
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, this was like right after the DeLorean and the Adventure Time stuff. So something like right around like before they started doing Back to the Future and all the rest of the Back to the Future, like the boards and all that. So it
Yeah,
was fairly early. I mean, it's like February, March, I guess, of 21. Um, and it was when they still did like a drop a week, not
yeah.
like 14 drops a day. And they don't understand flooding the market, supply and demand, and all that. Anyway, so like I said, it had gone up a lot. So I was like, oh shit. So I sold and I was like, well, damn, this is just free money. And I ended up playing around a little bit more and it went up more. So I ended up putting another, I think total I put like $200 in, like total I had ever put in. And a lot of it was just because there were times I didn't want to sell something that I had because I really felt like it was going to pump more, but I wanted to buy the new drop that was coming out. So it was like you put a little bit more in to get the new drop. But I got to the point that man, I was that bastard that everybody hated with like multiple phones on the counter, fingers perfectly spaced apart, and bam at mint time. You know what I'm
Did
saying? Like,
you did you ever
dude,
get the little gun that goes like that?
oh
Dude,
no, no, the little
I
auto
saw
clicker, no,
people get the little
I couldn't get
massage
it to work,
gun,
bro.
put it on their finger, and go touching
What?
the
No, there's literally like a little thing that you can buy and it clips onto your screen and just like auto taps for you. I just never could get it to work. And I was like, well, man, I got like 5 or 6 phones. There's no way I can do it with all these. So like, but anyway, like I said, I was that guy. I'm sorry, to anybody that was hurt by that. But like I took and I was just like hitting these drops, like all of them, like every single drop. It was rare that I didn't hit a drop. And I was hitting like out of like 5 or 6 devices, I was hitting on 3 or 4 of them every single time. So I was just printing money. And like I don't know if you remember the Da Vinci card, the video painting, thing they had.
Yeah,
That thing shot up to 10 grand. I had like 20 of those things at one point. Like I got a bunch of them off drop. The price went up to like I think it was like 1,000 or something, and I sold almost all of them, and then the price just tanked. So I bought
yeah,
a bunch more, and then the price shot way back up, and I just sold them again. Superman, like I hit Superman, got like 10 Supermans. They went up to like, dude, I don't even remember, like 5 grand or something.
yeah.
Like, yeah, man. So like VV was just
Some people
great.
were
The
making some
biggest,
serious money in that stuff, dude. Almost on
yeah, well,
every drop. This ultra, this not the rare, but the ultra rare and the
the
super
super
rare. I
rare,
think it was the name.
super rare. Yeah.
They were almost on every freaking drop. They were going over $100 easy. Some of
Minimum.
them a
Like
thousand.
even if it was trash. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like even if it was trash, it was gonna go up. Yep. Um, when they started doing the comics, I remember I did it on the Marvel one, the Marvel first edition.
yeah.
It was $7 and I hit a super rare.
Oh shit.
I sold that thing for 68K. Like,
Whew.
I don't know why anybody paid that much for it. I couldn't believe it, but I was sure gonna take it. I mean, if you're gonna give me 68,000, it wasn't even an NFT at the time. You're gonna give me $68,000 for a digital comic book from that's like third party hosted by a company that could go out of business.
Yeah, because
You're gonna lose
technically
your
not even
sixty-eight
an
thousand
NFT.
dollars anyway. What?
Technically, it's
What's
not
that?
even an NFT.
No, they are. So that whenever they partnered up with Immutable, everything did become technically an NFT. You don't have
Correct.
access to it, but it is technically an NFT.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I mean, honestly, the NFT coat was just coat. People felt really bad that they had sunk all this money into an app that was underperforming. It was never going to perform again. Probably, who knows? But we're in a bull market. I would have heard something by now about VV if VV was popping off again. So clearly, it didn't work. It is what it is. I made my money. Um, but like that was kind of like for me. I was just like, oh, this is cool. And then when they started diluting the hell out of it, and like there would be literally like 3 drops a day, 4 days, 5 days a week. You're getting 20 drops, and there's like 10,000, 10,000. Come on, man. There's not that many people, and you're flooding the market. So what happens is people don't want to keep putting money in because now you're seeing the floor prices come down. Now they want to play with the money they already have in. So now they want to sell for liquidity to try and play the market. It was just, I don't know, it was just bad. So I was kind of looking at other options. My buddy hits me up and he was like, hey man, there's this thing coming out. And it was right before I'd kind of given up on VV. But he was like, hey, there's this thing coming out. It's this NFT. You should mint it. You remember? Because he told me about CryptoPunks, right? So he's like, it's like CryptoPunks. I was like, oh, okay, cool. It's like just the exact same thing. All right, whatever. So before the mint date comes, he hits me up and he goes, yeah, it's called Bored Ape Yacht Club. I was like, that sounds stupid, bro. I'm not putting my money into that. Well, he did. He minted like 8 of them and
Shit.
then bought a bunch of them and then just sat on them and sold a bunch in the peak of the bull. Um, and I just watched from the sidelines. Every time I saw Bored Apes on the timeline, I just hear my words echo in my head that Bored Ape Yacht Club sounds fucking stupid.
That's
So
true.
anyway, like I learned my lesson. Like just don't overthink it, man. Just lean into it. But that was what really got my attention, I guess, at that point, because I realized like, okay, shit, there is attention on NFTs at the time, and I still like that type of NFT or just really just I mean, for me, what I consider like the best time for Bored Ape really was when it was just a community. It wasn't there was no other side, there was no gaming, there was no cool whatever. I'm not a Bored Ape holder. I'm sure somebody can send me a DM and tell me to shut the fuck up. That's fine. But like for me, I feel like the peak was before everything, before it got diluted and it got, oh hey, we have mutants. Okay, cool. But then it's like we need dogs for some reason.
Yeah.
All right. And then we need these other side. Don't get me wrong, like I minted other side and sold it. That was awesome. But I don't think it was necessary. And I don't think it's helped the Yuga brand. I think Yuga was just absolute peak. You had the apes and the mutants and that was it. It was great, and it was really just about this fact that it's a community. It's a way to network with these people, and you've got people that are very well connected, people that know what they're doing, people that are successful that have these board apes, and it not always, but at least you feel like, hey, there's a chance I might get to interact with these people because I'm part of this exclusive group.
Yeah.
So, like to me, I thought that's really at the peak time. But at the time, I was just like, I didn't get that. I was like, what do you get out of it, man? Because as soon as people decide this community is not fun, which is true, the floor is just going to tank. There's nothing else to hold it up. So it took a while, but I started getting into NFTs, got rugged a whole lot. Like immediate, I think everything I bought initially just rugged because I had no clue what I was doing. Um, and then I started kind of following certain people and bought into a few solid projects and just stuck with those projects. But yeah, that was like I said, that was really when I got full time into Web3, not full time, but like when I got heavily into Web3 would be probably beginning of summer 21. That's when I really just like, okay, I'm gonna like dig into Web3. Um, but yeah, man, so then I started on Ethereum, like, or no, actually, yeah, well, I mean, with NFTs and stuff, started on Ethereum, made my way over to Solana and then Polygon and Say and all the other chains we have, now. But um, yeah, man, it was like I don't know, it was a lot of fun, but getting rugged on ETH hurts, man. Like back then, gas prices were so high, so you
You
pay
spend like $200 to
50,
get rugged.
yeah, you pay $50 in gas on top of $150 to mint it, and then find out you minted nothing. It's like $200 and you just got rugged and that was the end of it. And it's like there's nothing you can do. And I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah,
Like
ETH,
that
I
was the one
think
thing that always got me. There's nothing you
ETH
can do.
was really a rough arena to learn the lessons that we learned.
Yeah.
Dude, because they were expensive freaking lessons, even just the gas, like $60 for nothing.
I got hit
And
with $1,580 on a transaction, a single mint one time. And it was a terrible fucking collect. The Mikaverse. Yeah, terrible. Absolute rug. The team just like the team went through and sniped all the unrevealed 101s and super rares and dumped them on the dude. Anyway, but yeah, that was fun. $1,580 just on gas. And it was terrible. I think I walked away with like $200 out of the whole deal, and that was just yeah, it was
oh,
bad.
no.
Um, I paid like $600 on a failed transaction one time. That was fun. I don't miss that at all. It was fun at the time, but like when I got to Solana, I was like, wait, I just paid like 3 cent. Like
No,
that's great.
that's not how it works. Are you sure they're
Yeah.
charging you guys fees?
Like it was, yeah, it was nice, and that was it. I mean, there's still like a few things that I hold on Ethereum, and every once in a while, like I'll go pick something up that I think is like severely undervalued or a community that I want to be part of or something. But in reality, I don't trade on ETH anymore. It just didn't make sense, Once I got to Solana and I started running to Solana, and then you see like different L2s and things like that, and the gas is just like a fraction of a dollar, like on Say it's what like 0.004 cents or something, like. It's not even a penny, man. Just like
Yeah,
that's crazy, to think back to 4 years ago, we're paying 10, 20, 50, $100 in a transaction fee. So yeah, things have come a long way, man. And honestly, in a very short 4 years is such a short time. It feels like forever here, but like if you think about it in the outside world, man, 4 years is nothing.
it's really not.
Just it no, it's really not, like I mean you guys are gonna look back in 4 years and be like, holy shit, our daughter or our son's 4 years old. Wow, like it's just like the life moves fast. It feels slow in Web3 because it's just so taxing, just so mentally taxing. But yeah, I mean it is crazy really if you think about it. It just how much things have changed since 2021 that you don't have to worry about fixing stuff in your MetaMask transaction because you can't do transactions because of something to do with a nonce, whatever that is. Like, yeah, just yeah, I'm glad we're past that now.
Yeah, no, I think sadly, bro, I didn't venture into Solana NFTs. I was gonna one at once. What was the name? Uh, it was a Frenchies that Tory Lanez put out. I don't know if you
Okay.
remember.
Yeah.
I was gonna, and I couldn't for whatever reason. So I ended up never playing around with Solana NFTs. So I went from ETH and all that madness just straight to Say. Um, and Say was great, just cheap as fuck, and a bunch of free men. So then we had a while that we were struggling on getting rid of the expectation of free men from
Yep.
everybody. It was like, dude, it's hurtful on the long run. And I maybe we can touch on that point, maybe not, whatever. I've seen some people talking about Freeman's on abstract. I'm like, let's not do that, please. I know
It,
some projects are doing it. Let's not get into that habit.
and and like here's the thing, Drill Club was a free mint, right? It wasn't a paid mint. Drill Club was a free mint. The ordinals that were given to community, not paying for stuff, right? It's here's stuff for free. And like I respect that. I value that. I think that's really, really cool. And like I look at like projects like Fuckers, like, dude, it's a free mint. Look at what they've done. I think it's really, really cool to see that. So you can talk to the Fuckers team and ask them, man, how hard is it to operate without funding? It's extremely hard. And especially like in the early days. And like with Drill Club, like I missed the early days, right? I wasn't here. I wasn't the founder. I didn't found the project. So I missed a lot of that, which I know they had funding from stuff. But like Fuckers, I mean, they just like kick off and it's like you don't, you projects when you launch and you're a free mint, it's cool. The community loves you immediately. But then it's, hey, what are you guys delivering?
Yeah.
Like all the free shit you just got, maybe, like that we gave you that,
Yeah.
and it's understandable, like community still, it's like, well, and not everybody, it doesn't matter that's a free mint. Fuckers with a free mint. I got a bunch of Fuckers. You know how many I got for free? Zero. It doesn't matter if it's a free mint if you don't get it for free, so the argument of, well, we're free, you'll hear some people make that, and it's hard to really use that excuse when somebody paid $20, $50, $500, God knows what on your NFT. They still paid money. But I like I said, I think it's really cool to see projects mint for free and then do well and be successful. But honestly, I don't think it's worth it. Number one, and Stay saw it. What happens when someone can mint 30 NFTs for free and the floor starts to move up? Sell, 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 sell. They just sell them all. What happens to the floor momentum when it's trying to go up and somebody starts selling into the momentum and then there's not that much volume, so it just tanks. And it kills the pump. Every time it tries to pump up, it dies because somebody minted 30 and can't be patient and hold it for a week. And a lot of projects don't get out of the first week or two before it's just like, all right, it's we're done. Like the floor is $1, like nobody wants to buy our shit, like whatever. And it's ridiculous. And the thing is, if you're doing a paid mint, it's a lot harder to do that. And even if people do that, well, guess what? You still have funding and you can still do things that drive interest to your project that'll drive. And here's the deal, I don't care about the floor. I told everybody when I took over the very first space that I had when I bought Drill Club, I said, I don't care about the floor price. Don't take it the wrong way, but it's not my problem. I'm going to focus on all the other stuff that I think will fix that. But like for me, floor price is a symptom, right? It's not the underlying issue. And fixing the floor price, constantly focusing on fixing the floor price is like putting a band-aid on a gunshot wound. It looks pretty, but you're still gonna die. You know what I mean? Like, and it's the same with the floor. When you see teams that constantly focus on their floor and how do we pump our floor? How do we pump our floor? Well, they have this real short vision of 4 to 6 weeks. How do I pump it? Okay, cool. We pumped it. Now what? Oh shit, the floor is dropping. How do we pump it again? And next
Yeah.
thing you know, you've worked your ass off for a year, and all you've done is maintained a floor price, whereas you could have stopped and built, and the floor would have fixed itself, and you would
Yeah, it
have
becomes
funding,
a
and you
vicious
wouldn't be.
cycle. It
Yeah,
just becomes a vicious cycle of let's fix it. Oh, it broke again. Let's fix it again. So
you.
yeah, I
It's
agree with
always
that.
going to break because you can't fix a floor price by buying up the floor. It's just not how it works. If there's not a demand, it's always going to tank, right? So, like I just like I said, I think it's cool, but I think it's much better for teams to charge. Find out what you value it at. It's the same thing is when someone looks at it, and there are a lot of people that think this way, and oh, you're giving it away for free. Well, it's not really worth anything then. Well, then why are they going to hold it for 6 months or a year?
Mm.
You didn't value it, is the way they see it. Well, you don't value it. You're just giving it away. So like, why can't I just give it away for a few bucks? And that's what happens is people start flipping for $2 and $5 and $2 and $1, and nobody wants to hold it because it doesn't have any value. So I think charging honestly is the best way to instill the value. Is find a way to bring value to it, whether it is just community or art, or if you're doing utility or whatever it is. But find a way to bring value and show people why it's worth holding on to your NFT and charge money for it, because teams need money to operate, man.
Yeah.
They really do. Um, so like I said, I think it's cool and everything, but especially on a chain like Abstract, when we know there's going to be a lot of liquidity. If you're a solid team and you're building a solid product, man, please charge a solid price. Like seriously, charge. You got to get paid for what you're putting in. Otherwise, you're not going to keep putting work in. There are very few people that will keep showing up to work every day if they're not getting a paycheck. And at some point, if there's not going to ever be a return, or at least a point where things stop being so stressful, where it's more enjoyable. But if it's always like every day you wake up, it's like, oh shit, I've got a list of things I got to get done today. It's like you're stressed all day, every day. I mean, you're not going to do that forever if there's not some kind of reward. So you at least need to get to a point where it's not so stressful and it's actually enjoyable to run your project and hang out with your community. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. I think if you're building something solid, you should charge. You really should. I mean, you're delivering a good of some sort, like you should get
I agree.
compensated for that.
I agree with that, and this was a topic of conversation for a while. At a certain point, it got repetitive because that was the topic of conversation of every conversation.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I think it was necessary. And I believe there's a time and a place for everything. Freemans had their time and place. At the beginning of Say, it did a lot of good because a lot of people got onboarded. A lot of people made some money with them and, got the volume up and all of that. At a certain point, it became detrimental for the network because then
Yep.
everybody just saw it as the poor man's network. And
Yep.
all the newcomers that come, all they're expecting is free mints. And the projects that they come and need funding to do stuff, then they couldn't launch on sale. They would go to see somewhere else because somewhere else they could charge some money for their stuff, you
Yep.
know. Because you launch on Ethereum and it's like nothing. You say, oh, how much are you gonna charge? $150 a minute, and nobody bats an eye. But you come to say the same thing, and everybody would go up in arms. So yeah, at a
Yep.
certain point, it became detrimental. And I'm glad that we have gone over that hump. And for the next bull run, I'm excited to see people bring their value because that was also something that I sadly heard from a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot, but definitely a few founders that came and went as expected. That they would say, "Oh yeah, he's a free man, so who cares? I'm just gonna put this out there, and it's just free. I don't really have to offer nor deliver nothing. So yeah,
Like, what's the point?
why are you
You
gonna do
go
it?
through all the effort to build up a community to sell out your project, and then you just walk away. Like, bro, you did. Dude, there's so many projects that would kill to be in that situation.
Hmm.
Just, oh shit, I sold out and my community actually likes me. Cool. There's so many projects that can't sell out, projects that people could care less about the team. All they want to do is just mint and flip. Man, just, yeah, I don't know, man. People are very short-sighted, just very, very short-sighted. So,
I'm
but,
very excited to this process. The end of last year and beginning of this one has been pretty hectic for us, but
hmm
really looking forward to start giving those holders that mentor up moods some to get their hands on. We mentioned crafts and prints and things like that. Really excited, for people to get their hands on that art and enjoy it. And if they really love it, put it up in the wall. That I think that would be the greatest gift to see. I joined a voice chat yesterday. I saw the engineer wearing a Moose shirt, just casually. I was like,
yeah,
damn, that's good.
yeah,
Um, I'm excited to see that maximized, like repeated so many times, and it'll all come with the love and the dedication that we put out there. And I think if we do a good job at that, people are gonna vibe with it, even if it is
yeah.
just even if it is just a handmade craft that they can't really flip and make a ton of money from. But it
Dude, like,
they put
is that why you buy art though?
no,
Like,
not at
that's
all.
not why I buy
Not me.
art. I didn't mint moods and pick up these. By the way, thank you to whoever keeps accepting my bids on moods. But like I don't buy these to flip them. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, man. So like if I'm buying something that I like because I like it and I like the people that put it out, and then I get a physical item that I can't resell. Who cares? Like I'm not gonna resell the easily resellable one. Dude, I don't resell anything physical. I don't have the patience to like list
Right.
stuff and meet people, and I don't care. But like, yeah, dude, like that kind of stuff is awesome, man. I love seeing projects put out, physical things like that. And I think it's all about you getting to the right people. There's obviously people that hold your stuff that are gonna be into that kind of stuff. They're gonna be the ones that are gonna be super stoked. It doesn't matter what it is, man. Like people tease me taking pictures whenever they got the stuff from the fuckers and Cat did all the handwritten notes and
I
stuff.
was
Like
I was just about to
people just
mention it,
like it,
bro.
bro. Like,
That was
yeah,
so
it's
funny. I
personal,
saw
man.
the
Like
video.
people like that kind of shit.
I was just about to mention that, dude. I saw the video of Cat was hand signing everything, and yesterday I saw a picture of Grinity with his
Yeah.
um,
Yep.
card. That's cool, man. It's like a piece of culture that you have with you. And might for a normie and outsider seem like the fuck is that? It's just a handwritten note on a piece of paper. But for us who understand the culture and we're around these people, we're like, that's freaking cool.
Like it's a different level, right? Like I'm not delusional, but like I mean, think about it like this: if somebody that's like a Bored Ape holder has a signed note from Garga on the wall behind him, you know what I'm saying? Like something like that. Like that shit's cool, dude. If you like the project and you like the team, then you got like a handwritten note from the team when they sent your stuff out. Like that's cool as shit, man. Like, and I think stuff like that's really interesting. I think any kind of stuff like that, it's just personal. You know, it really is. It's like it's much more personal. It's much easier for people to feel a connection. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be some crazy high quality, over the top, whatever. Like, dude, it doesn't matter. Like, it really doesn't. I've seen artists that literally painted up these like little 6 inch by 6 inch canvases, like little quick things, and like sent them out, and like the community loved them. It doesn't matter, man. Like, if you like the art, you like the community, and you like the team, and you're gonna like it regardless. So like, no, I love seeing people put stuff like this out, physicals. Um, Absolutely, man. I just feel like it cements people further into the community when they wake up and they've got a little mini moods canvas on the wall, or they've got,
Yeah.
their little, you know, penguin plushies or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like it's cool, man.
Dude, one of the pieces of art home is packed in some box right now because everything is in boxes. But one of the pieces of art that we have at home is literally a postcard, just yay big, from Sarah Bowman, Sparky, the artist of Woman and Weapons. She got this postcard that had the Last Supper painting, and she painted on
Yeah,
top of that some roses and gold decorations on the halo of Christ and things like that. And man, it's cool. Little piece of art that you can put in your wall, and it's really this tiny. It
yeah,
every time I pass by and look at it, it just brings some kind of special joy. So
yeah.
I buy with it. Dude, I think I've made decent amount of money with NFTs once because I don't
Yeah,
sell shit. I just
yeah,
keep it, hold
yeah.
it. But man, imagine I buy like a pudgy penguin, and you tell me, "Oh yeah, the floors went high, so I can sell it now." I wouldn't. I don't know. I haven't been in that situation where I could, but I don't think I would. I was like, what do I get more? This amount of money or this connections, this potential that I get with it? I don't know, dude.
Almost any solid non-rug community that I've joined, I feel like I've gotten far more in value from being in the community than I spent on the NFT. Like there are countless NFT projects, even like rugs, where I got rugged, but then I met some. I mean, my business partner, Scribbler, like I met him in a rug server. Like he did the art for the project, middle of the mint. The founder just like rugged, and that was it. Just like in the middle of the mint, just out and done. So, like I mean, I feel like I don't know what I spent, maybe like $10 or something to mint that. I've gotten much more than $10 worth out of meeting my partner. You know what I mean? So I just feel like there's a lot more to it than just the value. Like I agree with what you're saying. Like I think there's a lot more to it than just the dollar value that's on the NFT itself. So a lot of those that I mean that's why you've got people that are in those communities that have this $100,000 NFT don't have any money in the bank really. They've got this $100,000 PFP on Twitter, and they're not going to sell it because they don't want to leave the community. And I think that to me that's when people keep saying the NFTs are dead. Like, dude, come on, man. Like I don't know, man. I don't see it. Like I don't see it.
It's I mean, when they say oh NFTs are dead, what do you like NFTs for? For flipping and making a quick buck? Then yeah, they're dead for now.
Mm.
They're gonna come
Sleeping,
back
yeah.
alive. There's still some that you can make some money with, but dude, for me, they're pretty much alive. I've gained a lot of value. I mean, you probably heard the story from my stream with Trey. I met my wife on the Discord server of a rug project. So
Yep.
yeah, a rug project gave me the biggest benefit and blessing that I've had in my entire life.
Best
So
utility ever, huh?
Best utility ever. Most amazing wife in the world. Yeah, Dubious was saying community. That's the most important thing to me, dude. Me holding a beef, dude. Go tell to one of your bro. Go tell to one of your neighbors. But oh yeah, there's this art collection that is just literally pieces of meat on a solid background, and people like it. They're like, who the fuck likes that shit? But look at the community that's behind the beef
Yep.
collections. Everybody on S3, they're beef holders. Look at the fuckers. For an army, they're like, oh yeah, it's some cool character. But look at the community behind it. You go into that server, everybody's so welcome and so crazy. It's just rioting, you know, and supporting each other. And it's the same. I wanted to ask you. You say you weren't the initial founder of Draw Club. How did
Right.
you come about that? Did you CTO it? Did you buy it? How did that go?
Bought it. So I joined the server. It was either the day of Mint, like after it minted, or it was the day after Mint. Um, I just heard about it. I ran across it. Finally, like I see it, and I was like, okay, this is on Polygon. I bridged some funds over. I bought some drills. Um, so I've been around since Mint, but it was end of 2023, no, beginning of 2024. The team had reached out to me and asked if I would come on board and help out with some stuff. Like help out with some stuff on the project. And I was like, yeah, sure, man. Like I love Drill Club. I've been really busy working with um some other, you know, products, projects, whatever you want to call it. And then I've got, we've got my business partner and I have another business where we do 2D and 3D animations and graphics, graphic design, content, art for collections. Um, Whatever. Basically, all the services, the stuff that projects need, but most projects don't have people
Yeah,
on board to do. So we can provide that stuff. So they had reached out and they had asked, hey man, would you come and help us out with, some of this stuff? And I was like, yeah, yeah, sure, no problem. Not long at all. D Jababa, right, hits me up and goes, hey man, have you talked to them lately? It's like, no, man, it's been a while. Like, I haven't gotten a response back. So I reached out to one of them. And I was like, hey, man, like, when you're free, let's hop on a call. And he's like, okay. So we get on a call. I was like, hey, what's going on? And he goes, hey, man, honestly, man, things aren't good. Like, he's like, he was like, he's got, like Web2 businesses that he runs. And the other founder, whatever, I mean, they weren't even the founders, honestly. Like, there were founders that, like, so Drill Club was supposed to be a Solana project. It was born out of a group of like the Stone Date crew. Some of those guys from Solana went off and were going to start this drill club project, and then FTX and Frank left, and everything just looked bad. Don't let anybody lie to you, man. Like it was a bleak time on Solana. People like to go, "Oh, I always knew." Shut the fuck up. No, you didn't, man. Everybody thought that was the fucking end. We were just still having fun, so we kept throwing money at it for some reason. Dude, very few people really believed that it was going to bounce back to all-time highs and everything was great again. Like, no, dude, it looked like the end. But so everybody left, right? So like Frank leaves and the team goes, "Oh, we're not going to launch here." They follow Frank to Polygon with Utes, and they launched Drill Club on Polygon.
yeah,
But I think before the mint, the founders just dipped. They were just like, "This is too much." Like one of them was a doctor, one of them, I don't know what the other one is, but they were both just like, "There's no way we can run a project. Like we vastly underestimated how much time this would take. We can't do this." So they had the one of the artists was one of the art director, and then the community lead basically took over as founders. So that was the founders that everybody knew were
mhm,
those two. And anyway, like they're like, yeah, we're done. Like we're not gonna do Drill Club anymore. Like we're just, I don't know, like we're over it. We're gonna sell it. If you know anybody that wants to buy Drill Club, let us know. I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like you literally just brought me on, or we just went through all this bullshit with the meme coin that I don't know, man. Check the fucking blockchain, but shit's dirty as fuck, right? So like they launch a meme coin, shit goes as sideways as it could possibly go. Community's pissed because community was just like, oh shit, we just got rugged by our founders. Like, oh fuck. Like that's what everybody's like looking at, going like, damn, the price just went down to like as low as it could go. Well shit. Somebody's selling the shit out of them and they didn't have to buy them. So like do the math. So everybody's pretty pissed, and I'm sitting there going like, hold on, at the time. Like as far as I was aware, there wasn't any kind of bullshit going on. So I was like, no, no, like I don't just hang tight. Let's see what's going on. Let's figure it out. And then it's the whole, yeah, no, we're done. It's like, you got to be fucking kidding me, bro. Like I've literally just been talking to these people on a daily basis trying to make shit work. Yeah, D Ganja, yeah, they fucking got us good with Gib. But like, just I was like, man, you literally just brought me in to fucking be a punching bag at this point. Y'all are gonna bail. Like, fuck. So, they're trying to sell the project, and Drill Club to me was always special, man. Like, it was always special. There was always something about Drill Club that just stuck out to me. And I was obviously disappointed that the team was leaving, but I was like, oh, well, we could figure something out. Like, look here, I'll take over day-to-day stuff for right now. You guys take a break, come back refreshed, and get back after it, right? No, no, we're done. It's like, all right. So then, like, yeah, we want to sell the project. I'm like, well, okay, well, look, first of all, you have a community that's pissed, like really fucking pissed, bro. Like, even the most positive people in the community are angrily typing happy shit. Like, bro, like everybody was mad, right? You don't have a happy community.
They're biting
Floor
their teeth.
prices down.
Being bullish.
Like everything is as bad as it could be. You have no funds, you have no revenue. There's no, I mean, Polygon has like hardly any NFT volume. Don't believe what you see on the leaderboard because it's all bullshit. But like when you talk about like actual NFT projects, like a collect, like no, dude, like no, there's next to no volume on Polygon, and so it's like you literally just left your community in the absolute worst place you could possibly leave the community. Who are you going to sell it to? Like who's gonna pay for that? And then like the only other thing I can think of is like you're gonna have someone that's gonna come and put a little bit of money in, buy the project, dump some money into marketing, and then grift the community one last time. You know what I mean? Just like a final fuck you. And I was like, man. So we started talking, and I told him, like, look, I want to buy the project. I hit up my partner. We started talking. He said, sure, man. If you want to buy it, like, let's do it. So we went back and forth for a while, but we ended up coming to an agreement, and we were able to buy the project. And but yeah, it was spending what I would consider a lot of money to buy the project, but there's no royalties, there's no
There's no
treasury,
volume.
there's no volume, I mean there is no way to make money until you find a way to make money. So
Mhm.
it was rough. It's like you don't have money to hire staff, you don't have money to pay for this and do marketing and do whatever. It was rough. So, and I knew it was a gamble. I mean, like first things first, like buying a rug project, trying to unrug, derug, whatever you want to call it, CTO is always a gamble because 9 out of 10 NFT projects are going to fail right off the bat. And out of that little percentage that makes it, when they rug, trying to revive that is like a 99.9% fail rate. Like it's very difficult. It's very rarely that you see a project get derugged and the community like stick around and the project does well long term. At some point they just go, man, you know what? I'm gonna move on to something else. And so I knew it was a gamble, but I was willing to take the risk because I think that and I still do. I think the drill club community is something unique, man. It's a special community. It really is. So for me, I felt like that was a good investment. I was like, you have a strong community, you have solid people in your community. That to me is more valuable than the money in the royalty wallet. Like I can put money in. It hurts, but I can put money into the royalty wallet if I need to. But you can't buy a good community. That's not a
Yeah.
thing. You can't manufacture that. So I was like, you got a core of people and people that have been around since Mint. Like, dude, I joined the server the day of Mint, maybe the day after, but I think it was the day of Mint. People that welcomed me in the server are still in the community, still to this day, even through all the bullshit they went through. They just still stuck around. I'm like, dude, that's some solid fucking people, bro. You
And
can't, you
they're
can't, yeah, you can't buy that, man. Like, you can't put a price on that. So for me, I was like, you know what, man? Like, most of the people that I was like closest to in on Polygon were drill club community. The people that I dealt with on a daily basis were in the drill club community. My favorite project still was the drill club. So for me, it was just like I said on one of the spaces, man, it's kind of like being a kid and being told that you have the opportunity to buy Disneyland. Like, dude, you sell every fucking thing you have to make it happen if you need to. So really, man, it was just I mean, it was really unfortunate how it all played out, but it was just right place, right time, man. Had I not been working with the team, I probably would not have known about any of this until it was sold or just completely rugged, you know? So it all worked out in the long run. Roy has a beard?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I don't know. I know he has an eyebrow though.
Just
Yeah.
one.
But yeah, just that's a fact. But yeah,
Or
dude.
you make it. You make it as a bearded man one day.
But yeah, dude. But yeah, that was pretty much it, man. Just they just decided they were done, and I didn't feel like Drill Club was done. So for me, it was worth it. I mean, even if the whole thing blows up, it is what it is. Like it was a gamble. I've lost more money on dumber shit, you know. So um, but yeah, dude, just definitely excited. I mean, as you know, we've said before, we are moving to Say. Keep an eye out. Be pretty quick.
Now
We're not gonna
season
drag
two
it
is
out.
coming.
Like, yeah, so season two is coming. So it'll come. So it'll come after we migrate. So we're gonna go ahead and migrate the collection. Frankly, I want to. I want. This is not like a dig at Polygon or anything. Polygon is a tech chain. And they have phenomenal tech, right? But they are tech. They're focused on tech. RWAs, DPINs, not culture communities. You know what I mean? Like that's just not what they're into, and that's fine. You know, like it's their fucking blockchain. They can do whatever they want here. So I
Yeah.
think it's important for us to go ahead and move. And I think the Say community is awesome. I think that the drill club community is going to mesh very well with the Say community. And there's obviously been a lot of the drill community already meshed well with the Say community. Um, so I think for us is just I think that Say is a more hospitable environment for community. And I think it's just important to go ahead and get drill club over into this ecosystem. And then we'll roll the art out as soon as the art is ready. Because I do not want to rush the art, and I don't want to continue to delay the migration either. Um, and yeah, man, I know the original plan was it was migration at the same time. It is what it is, but man, you know what, dude, things change. So it is what it is. We're gonna pivot. We are going to just airdrop the entire collection on Say. Your polygon drills will be no longer. Your drills will be on Say. Sorry if you don't like it, but that's what we're doing. I hope you come along. I think you'll enjoy it very much. If you think you had fun on Polygon, goddamn, dude, like you should come to Say. I think you'll really enjoy it. So hopefully everybody makes the trip with us, man. And to the ones that don't, I appreciate your time. I really do.
So
And it's no hard feelings. Like it is what it is. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I think it's the best thing long term for the project. So we're just gonna go ahead and make the move and get to work, and we'll roll the art out as soon as it's ready.
that is a topic that I like, and I would like to hear maybe a bit more of your input on it. Um, when chains decide this is what we do best, this is what we're gonna focus on, instead of being trying to sip from all the cups. I like
Hmm.
how abstract is saying, "Oh, I'm not DeFi, I'm not tech, I'm not NFTs, I'm not nothing. I'm consumer. I'm for fun stuff, streamers, and all that kind of content." I like how you just said it, Polygon's tech, and that's their stuff. Um, what do you think is Say's stance right now on it? What would you like to see?
So first things first, let me disclaimer. I like the tech. I think the tech is really cool. The stuff that people can do with blockchain technology, the things that like how blockchain is already impacting our lives and how it's going to impact our lives further, I think is amazing. And it's most people I don't think really take a second to take a step back and really look at the bigger picture and see that, like, dude, when you look at like any of the whatever you want to call it, man, like the industrial revolution and the dot-com era, and dude, we are literally on the edge of that. Like that's what we're in right now. You can look back at the dot com and look at all the Steve Jobs and the whatever. Dude, those people are here in Web3 right now. Like you see them on the timeline. You just don't know who they are yet, and they don't know who they are yet. But they're here, and this really is like I'm a firm believer that like Web3 is it's not just a flash in the pan, man. This really is just the beginning of something much bigger. But I think that for me, I don't. The tech is not as important as community. Community to me is what. With NFTs, man, I could care less about the tech. The only like I have a few utility NFTs. I don't use them. I have one that's gotten me discounts on some stuff. Like that's it. But like I don't I don't buy NFTs for the tech or for dude, I don't even stake NFTs. Like I don't think I have any NFTs staked. I don't think. I don't know, maybe probably, but like I don't think I do. I don't do any of that, man. I just don't have time for it. I can't keep up with it. I don't remember what's where. I just leave everything in my wallet. It is what it is. So like the tech and all that stuff is not really that important to me. For me, it's all straight community. Dude, literally the blockchain could just turn on and let us do transactions and I would be content. Like that lets me do what I want to do. My
Yeah,
community doesn't have to have a certain tech level, we just need stuff to be cheap and fast, But I think the tech is obviously very important. That's what draws a lot of the people in because it's not all just NFT motherfuckers that want to buy shit and hang out and degen. You got people that want to come in for DeFi, people that want to come in for meme coins, for whatever, builders that are looking for certain tech to come and build their products, to launch their products. So yeah, the tech is important. I get it. But for me, like I'm just like the community is really is the main thing for me. And say from the time that I really joined and got active on Say, it's been very clear that the community on Say is something special. It's something unique, and I think a lot of people see that. People get frustrated by, oh, well, the foundation did this, or the foundation did that, or they didn't do this, or they didn't like my post, or whatever. I get it, man. Like, and a lot of those are valid. Sure. For all intents and purposes, Say's about a year old.
yeah,
Like, yeah, oh, well, but the blockchain, man, whatever, dude. When did shit really kick off with Say? It was like November, December last year or 2023. So we're like 13, 14 months. Really? Dude,
yeah.
that's nothing. Like, that's nothing. So, yeah, dude, it was launched in a bear market. It wasn't launched in a bull. It didn't have multiple bull cycles to get established. Like, there's gonna be growing pains, man. And you know what, man? Maybe this bull run isn't the bull run that Say really gets to stretch his legs and run. Okay, community can still be fucking fire. And I think it is. I think the community on Say is something special, And like I said, I think that a lot of the concerns that people have brought up about this or that are valid. But like I said, when I did a stream with Roy, right? We talked about it then. What has changed for the average person for what we do on the blockchain? What has changed for us in the past 4 months? Nothing. Like I still log in the same way. I still buy shit the same way. I do everything the same. Yeah, I know that they're doing stuff different on the back end. They changed this, they're doing this, whatever. Cosmos had some weird whatever. Okay, cool. But
Yeah.
like for majority of people, like we didn't really see any of that. We just saw people talking about it on the timeline. So for what I came to say for was for community and vibes. It was fun. That stuff hasn't changed. Like that didn't change. So like I can sit here and get upset because well the foundation didn't do a thing that I wanted or I made a suggestion, they didn't listen and like okay, cool, I get it. Bro, send send the ETH Foundation a DM and see if they fucking respond. Tell them you don't like what they're doing and see what you get. Bro, I don't give a fuck. Solana doesn't give a fuck about you. Like, and it's not because they're assholes. They're running a business, bro. Like, you think Phil Knight worries about what some guy said on a forum one time about the way he designed his Nike shoe? No, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, 15 million other people bought it. I don't care what you think is kind of irrelevant. And like you're not going to reach out to most of these foundations. The fact that you can reach out to the people on Say, the foundation members on Say, dude,
That
that's
says
unheard
something.
of.
Yeah,
And and like for me, like I've heard people say, "Well, I can't get in touch with anybody at the foundation." I understand, and I'm not saying they're lying. Okay, they're telling the truth. I get it. But when I came to Say, I got into without having a project on Say. I hadn't been on Say long. I didn't have like a name built up where people were like, "Oh yeah, Dippo." I know. No, nobody knew who I was. I immediately was able to get into DMs and on a call with Tommy. I was able to hop into DMs and get on a call with Austin, cold DM Philip and Mike and Chad, and I've had no issues. I don't believe there's been anyone so far that I've tried to reach out to from the foundation that hasn't gotten back to me. And like, yeah, with Chad didn't follow me. I sent Chad a DM And then I saw he had just posted like 2 minutes before. So I just commented, hey man, sent you a DM if you have time. Dude, it was like 30 seconds later. He sent me a message, was like, hey bro, do you want to hop on a call sometime? Like, shit, cool, yeah.
Yeah.
He sent me his Calendly. I set an appointment for 2:30 that afternoon. We had a call the same day. So I understand that some people may have had a hard time getting in touch. And yeah, I mean, I think there's always going to be communication issues and there's always ways that the communication can be streamlined. But man, like I've never been on a blockchain where I felt, okay, dude, I was on Polygon. I am on Polygon. I own a collection on Polygon. Bro, I don't feel like I can reach out to the foundation. Like nil, fucking love nil. I can hit nil up anytime. But I could hit nil up before he was on Polygon. You know what I mean? Like the people that I met while they were on Polygon, dude, I don't feel like I can get in touch with these people. You know what I mean? Like I don't hear from these people.
Hmm.
I own a collection on on their chain, like one of the main collections on their chain. And bro, I don't feel like I can get in touch with these people easily. But on Say, I've literally had no issues. I've been able to get in touch with anybody I wanted to get in touch with. So to me, I think that is special. I think that's unique, and I think that people should take advantage. Now, I will say this: if you have a problem getting in touch with somebody, bro, ask around, put in the work, because I'm willing to bet you know somebody that's in touch with somebody.
Yep.
Put them to work for you. Get them to make the connection. I think shit, I want to say I think maybe Roy is the one who like DM Tommy was like, "Hey, Dippo, send you a message," and like Tommy got right back to hit somebody up, like see if you can, dude, like hit me up. I'll fucking send them a DM for you. I don't give a shit. Like, but I've literally had no issue getting in touch with them. I've never like had any sort of like ego issue, and I sent them a DM. It wasn't ever like, oh shit, I don't have time for this. Like, no, they just got back to me and had a conversation. Like, I've never felt like there was an issue getting in touch. That's not something you're gonna experience on other chains, man. Like you're
Yeah.
really not, unless you're just a really well connected individual. Like you're not gonna get that access to the foundation. And so I think that's unique. I think that's something to keep in mind, for projects. Like I said this earlier to somebody. Somebody was talking about the grass is always greener. Like, yeah, man, the grass is always greener somewhere else if you don't water your own grass.
Yeah.
And I think
That's
a
the
lot of
thing.
time there is a lot of, yeah, I think a lot of times there's a lot of work that we can do ourselves that can kind of get us to where we want to go. And even if what we can do can't get us there, it can get us closer. So now you had this big ask of, hey, I need this. Well, but you worked your ass off for the last couple months, but now it's just this little ask. Hey, I just need this little help now. Like
Yeah.
any day you're not moving forward is a day you're moving backwards. There is no standing still, right? So anytime you're just waiting around for you know, someone to come swoop in and save the day, man, like you're just getting further and further behind. But like I said, the being able to access the foundation directly is unheard of. The fact that foundation members fairly senior like foundation members pop into random Discord servers and talk to people. Like, dude, that's not a thing. That's not really a thing that you see. People from the Say Labs team, like Carson put a tweet out, was just like, hey, I work on the Say Labs team. I can't help you with foundation stuff, but if you're a dev or you have a technical issue, please let me know. Let's hop in the DMs and see people send him a DM going, hey man, I really need to get in touch with somebody. Hey, I just sent you a DM. Like, dude, probably 15, 20 posts on that one that he just replied back, hey, sent you a DM. Where I've never seen that on another chain. I'm sure there's been people that have done it, but I don't see that. And part
Yeah.
of that honestly is due to the fact that Say is a smaller blockchain for now. Say is a relatively new blockchain. Things take off for Say, believe me, it's not always going to be like this. You're not always going to have that access. So you can sit here and piss and moan about whatever all you want, or you can get after it because the best time to the best time to try to make the connection was months and months ago. You know what I mean? The second best time is now. Like get after it. If you think you need to be in touch with people at the foundation, you should reach out. At least just shake hands. Just hey, this is me. Just want to touch base. I'm looking at maybe doing blah blah blah. Now when you reach out down the road, oh yeah, I've talked to them before. Now it's easy to get back in touch instead of hitting them up when you're fixing to launch a collection
Yeah.
and panicking because you're about to launch in 3 weeks and you haven't talked to anybody at the foundation yet. Like
That
just
is.
make the connection now. So, but other than that, man, like I said, the community is the biggest thing for me, and the fact you can get in touch with the foundation, and the fact that the foundation has leaned in on the community stuff, and they understand the value of content creators. They understand the value of having a strong community, even though a strong community does not directly benefit the bottom line. but it does long term. If you don't have a strong community, you're not, the bottom line's never going to be good. You have to have people there. And if you don't have people there, you're not going to have users for whatever products get built, whatever things you pull fees off of. So, like I said, the fact that Say has leaned into the creator stuff, and yeah, there's issues, right? We know it's not perfect, but at the same time, it's just like that's like if I'm on the side of the road starving and you pull up and you try and hand me a ham sandwich, I'm like, I don't fucking like ham. Well, starve then, motherfucker. Like, damn, dude, I tried. Where else are you gonna go when they're gonna give you some money to fucking create content? No, we're not gonna
Yeah,
give you money to create content. Create content or don't create content. We don't care. Like someone will. That's almost everywhere. And even the blockchains that are doing some sort of a creator program, talk to the people there. There's not many of those programs that are as personal as this program is, where you can get directly in touch with the people that are running the program and, hey, man, am I doing something wrong? Or, hey, do you have any tips for me? Or they're putting threads out saying, hey, we're about to start up creator round number 5. Here's some stuff you should know. Like, yeah, it's not perfect, but man, damn, you're getting something. And they're trying.
yeah,
Can we not at least give them credit for trying? Yeah, it's not perfect. And yeah, there's things that could be done different. And guess what, man? Everybody's the best driver from the fucking back seat, but it's real hard when you're behind the wheel and shit's crazy, you know? So I think part of it is just give them a little bit of breathing room, you know? And I understand, man, there's people that have been here for a year and I've had people, oh, well, you haven't been here long. What I'm like, "Oh, cool, man. I've been here like 6, 8 months. I don't know. Not long enough. It is what it is. Sorry. But dude, this shit is not unique to Say. It's not unique to Web3. New
it's every
companies,
freaking place.
yeah, dude, a new company, let a brand new company pop up, especially in like an emerging market and something where there's not a whole lot of stuff that you can look at the history books and see what to do and what not to do, and everybody's just trying to figure it out as they go. And they start demanding that business to be perfect in their first year or their first 2 years
It's
or their
impossible.
first 5 years. Bro, this isn't somebody opening up a competitor to McDonald's where you can walk into McDonald's and see what they're doing and go home and replicate it. This is a new sector. And if you're trying to do something different and something that someone else hasn't done before, you don't have anybody to look at and go, oh, they did this, let me follow in their footsteps. You're making the first set of footsteps. And there's bound to be some missteps. There's bound to be growing pains. But here's the thing, man. If we all tune back in, 2029 bull run, everything's going crazy, stays pumping. How many people you think are going to be pissed about what happened in 2024 and
In
2025?
2024, I was pissed at them because they butchered the round. Nobody.
Right. Oh no, the toga price went. Okay, yeah, dude, it went down. Shit. Like, if you're upset now, wait for fucking 8 to 10 months. You'll be real upset then when everything tanks. But like, bro, this is part of it. It's part of the game. For me, the toga price doesn't change the community.
Yeah,
I mean, some of the community is upset about it, but like, it doesn't change the fact that you still have awesome people in the community, and the community can still have fun. You can have, I mean, look at it. You can have people bitching on the timeline and bitching in Discord servers all week long. Then Saturday night hits and the fuckers go live and everybody's having fun again. The same people that are upset during the day about, this, that, and the other will turn around and have fun later because they kind of stop worrying about bullshit that had them pissed off and they remember what made them have fun on Say in the first place. I still have fun on Say. Yeah, bro, I
yeah.
bought the top. Like, not the top, like I bought in that right after the top, but I've been buying every local top on the way down. But dude, honestly, I don't fucking care, bro. Like the stuff that I've gotten out of it, the communities, the connections, the people that I've met, like I mean, dude, look at like everybody on Say, like all the people that I hung out with in Miami, short of like basically Big Boy and the engineer were Say people. Like it was fuckers and S3 and Stu, from Outlines, and like it was a bunch of just Say people. These are people I bought because I bought some cartoon wieners back in like March or April, and and then popped back up in like June and started popping into communities. You know what I mean? But, like you meet a lot of solid fucking people, bro. Like at this point, honestly, Say could go to zero. All these NFTs could go to zero, and I still feel like I got a good deal. Like the connections I made, the people I met, like I still got a good deal. So I'm happy. I'm still buying fuckers, and I like the fact the floor's going down because I can buy more now than what I could buy before. So it's like people are gonna look back because Say's dead. No, it's not. But yeah, dude, like if you're fed up, it is what it is, man. There's 100 other blockchains. It doesn't have to be fuck you on the way out the door. You know what I mean? Just take care. You know what I mean? Like sell your stuff, bridge your assets. I hope everything goes well for you. You know, like I hope you're successful on another chain. But Say's not dead. Say's not going away. Say's gonna be
Yeah,
fine. And then when we look back at it, and maybe it is next bull run before Say really starts to take off. Okay, cool. But when we look back at it and people start going, oh shit, look at Say. Say's popping off. Guess what? These people that are here now that have been busting their ass and still show up every day and bust their ass and keep showing up every day, even when red candle after red candle, and they just keep showing up. When Say takes off, those are the people that they're legendary, man. Like these are the people. When you look back in several years and you see these teams that stuck around, like what Cappies and Fuckers are both like a year old now. I think Cappy's maybe a little over a year old. Yeah, so they've been around since like the first few months that Say was really doing anything. In 3 to 4 years, when all these other projects want to start rushing over because Say looks good again, kind of like we saw with Solana. Or if you guys remember about Solana, things weren't always great there. Um, yeah, dude, just like the teams that stuck around in Solana are the teams that people just absolutely love now, even if their NFTs suck, even if they don't do shit, they're just a community. Cool. You stuck around when everything sucked, and you kept hanging out with the community, and you kept doing spaces, and you kept doing this, and if people will respect that. And then the people that run when things get tough, they don't. You know, it doesn't always fare so well. Look at D gods, and again, like I can't. It's hard to blame. It's hard to blame the team. It really is because if you look at it, like okay, Frank. First of all, Frank was what like early 20s at the time, 23, 24, 25. I don't know, like
yeah,
young, like dude, young, and he built this NFT collection from fucking pictures on the internet that tons of people all over the globe have and are stoked as shit to rock. And he's got this like rabid community, and then the chain you're on looks like it's dying. It legitimately looks like it's dying. And dude, it's hard to blame him, you know? Like if your neighborhood's on fire and you evacuate your house and then you come back and your neighbors talk shit because you evacuated, like, bro, the neighborhood was on fire. What do you want me to do? So I get it, you know, like like no, I mean I don't think that leaving Solana was the right move. And at the time when he did it, I still didn't think it was the right move, you know, but dude, I wasn't in his seat. I wasn't the one in charge of the project and going, shit, everything I built might literally just disappear and there's nothing I can do. I get it. But guess what? He left at the bottom when everything was the worst. Regardless of why, that's all that people care about is the fact that he left. And then things got better and he came back. There are still people that don't fucking like Frank just for that reason. I think at some point you have to move on. Like people are human. He's even said it before. He's like, man, I was fucking dumb. I shouldn't have left. I should just stay where I was. Hindsight's 2020. It's really easy to say that. But at the time, guess what? A lot of people were really happy they were leaving because they're like, shit, we're not gonna make it here. Everything's bad here. You know, and people that didn't hold D gods were jealous that D gods were leaving. So they're like, fuck, I'm gonna die here. And D gods left. You know, like I get it. Like I understand the logic there, and it didn't play out as well as it could have, you know, but like I said, I think that you saw multiple teams up and leave, or teams that just kind of gave up. They just kind of quit, and then now they're back.
yeah.
Okay,
I'm,
I mean I get it, but like at the same time, bro, your community didn't leave. Your community showed up every day, and these are paid mints, by the way. These are teams that raised commas with an S on the end, millions of dollars that went, oh shit sucks, I'm out. Fuck you. Your community still shows up every day and they're still on the fucking timeline and they're still wearing your PFP. Bro, you owe it to them to show up. Like you do. Or give the project away. Like Frank, I feel like if you're done, you should just give the project away because you've already accepted the total write-off anyway. Give it to somebody. Don't sell it. Don't be a fucking bitch. It is what it is, you know. But like, dude, if you're up and bailing on your community, just give the shit away. You owe your community that much.
yeah,
But like I said, there's a lot of teams that man things got really bad during the bear, and guess what? They just left, and then now things are looking better. And guess who's back? We're starting to see these accounts start posting again that hadn't really been posting much, or they've just been posting filler content just to keep people satisfied. And now all of a sudden, hey, we're coming back and we're doing the. Then you've got teams that showed up every single day when everything was bad, and you know they weren't making money, and they were probably spending money out of their pocket to do fun shit for the community. those are the teams to stick with. Those are the ones that had your back when everything was bad, when it made more sense financially for them to walk away. So like I said, I think when you look back in retrospect, when people look back at this time on Say and how everything looks like the end, and Say is dead and it's trending to zero, and everybody's an expert, you know what I mean? Like literally everybody, absolutely everybody is an expert on cryptocurrency, even though most of them are broke as shit, but they're an expert on everything. They know everything about everything. Oh, Say's dead. Blah blah blah. What? Okay, cool. Then fucking leave. I will literally help you bridge your assets. No problem. Send me your say. I'll send you whatever currency you want, man. I don't mind. I'll cash app you fat cash. I don't care. Like, bridge your stuff off if you want to. Like, you don't have to stay here and be pissed off. You could go somewhere else and be happy. But in reality, those people are going to go somewhere else and be pissed off, and then somewhere else and be pissed off. It's kind of like that thing I heard when I was in school because I was a problem child. The principal told me, hey, if you have a problem with Jacob and you and Adam have a problem, and you and Robert have a problem,
It's
and you
not
and
you.
Steven have a problem, maybe you're the problem,
Yeah,
because they don't have a problem. Maybe you're the problem. There's the common denominator. You tend to see a lot of the same people that they're there and then things start to look bad and man, this sucks. And then they're out. It's like, bro, you're never going to be happy.
yeah,
Like you're never going to be happy because you're just only going to be happy when everything is going up. And that's not how the world works. So like I said, for me, I would much rather be part of Say at this point when half the people think that Say is on its way down. I would much rather come in now
yeah,
because Say's not done. Like, yeah, things aren't perfect, but man, like it's a growing pains, man. And it's gonna take time. And like I said, it might not even be this bull run. That's fine. It doesn't matter. Solana used to be $8, down from $248, whatever it was. $8. Bro, it was cheap.
yeah.
I was buying rugs for $8. Like, it didn't even matter. Yeah, I knew that I literally had a PFP that I wore for 2 years that was a rug that I bought for for one soul. It was a rug. And I paid a soul for it. Now that soul is worth 200 and whatever dollars. You know what I mean? Like, but at the time, like Solana was worthless. It didn't really have, there wasn't, each Solana wasn't really worth much. And everybody thought it sucked. And then look at it, everything took off. And right now, Say is 30 something cents. I don't know. Like, and everybody thinks it sucks. But like, dude, it's not going to be 30 something cents forever. You know what I mean? Like, things go up, things come down. Say launched at a weird time. But like, I think being part of what Say is doing now and And as we see them perfect some of the processes that they have, and see them, fix some of the stuff like how people are getting into creator rounds. Because obviously we've seen people that have gotten into creator round, got in the bag and left. They didn't do anything, didn't put out content, put out one piece of content, and you haven't really seen them since. And then they come back the next round, they want to do it again and put out a couple pieces of content. As soon as the voting is over, they're gone. You know, so we do need a better system in place, and I think that stuff will come because at some point Say could justify paying somebody, very little bit of money, by comparison, pay somebody 30, 40 grand a year to literally go through and just vet stuff better. 30, 40 grand a year to literally sit on Twitter and look at accounts and tell you if they're bullshit or not. Bro, I would do that for 30, 40 grand a year. That's an easy job. There are tons of people that would take that job. Think about how much money they've spent in 1 year on Creator Fund. A lot. 40 grand is a drop in the bucket. So at some point they will figure it out. They'll bring somebody in specifically for stuff like this. Gitcoin will figure it out on their end. I don't know, but like at some point it'll get figured out. But at the same time, can't we just be happy they're trying to support creators? They're
yes,
trying. Maybe it's not perfect, but they're trying. But dude, look at some of these people that have literally changed their life with the money they've gotten from the creator round. Like I'm not like there's certain people that have posted like they had enough money to be able to move into an apartment. They live like other parts of the world where cost of living is significantly lower. So what we would consider not that much money here got them enough money to be able to get into a safer place, to get
yeah,
into a place closer to where they go to school or where they go to work or whatever, or get the literal daily things they need. That's awesome, man. That's amazing. That's much cooler than somebody getting a cool podcast setup. You know what I mean? Like some people have literally changed their life with this creator fund. Like, I think that's really cool. There's a lot of opportunity here, and it's not the same opportunity that you get everywhere else. So the thing is, a lot of the good stuff that we have here is due to the fact that Say hasn't blown up like Solana yet. Because when that time comes, I don't know that we're gonna see the same personal
hey, apply for this thing, let's get you funding. Hey, hit me up if you've got something that you think is worthwhile, hit us up and let's see if we can help you out. At some point, I think the foundation gets big enough where that dries up, and then everybody is upset
Yeah, at
because they
some
don't have
point,
that opportunity.
you're really gonna have to grind to get that attention. And yeah, I think they'll potentially in the future they're still going to support some initiatives, but it's not going to be as easy to get a hold of them. It's not going to be as easy to
Yep.
get some funding, and I'm looking forward to that because
Yeah,
we live and learn. Like you said, bro, say is a year and some change old, not even
right.
2 years, and we expect so much because blockchain is so fast. But as a business owner, you know how crazy it is to expect for your first year, your second year to be all perfect, all figured out, all running smoothly, all green. Dude, it doesn't happen.
Yep.
And I agree with you. I'm a believer of the philosophy of zoom out and look at the
Yep.
bigger picture, sit back a little bit, drink a glass of water, and really look at the big picture and zoom out. Everything is fine. What
Oh,
from up here, up close, it seems like the world is on fire. Zoom out a little bit. Realize how early
right.
you are to this industry. Yeah, oh, I wasn't here on 2017 for the crypto punks. Doesn't matter. It's 2025 and you're still early as fuck. So
You're gonna
just
keep
enjoy the
bitching about
ride.
missing 20. Yeah, you're gonna keep bitching about missing CryptoPunks, and you're gonna miss Bored Ape. Then you're gonna bitch about
Exactly.
missing Bored Ape, and you're gonna miss D-God. You gotta, dude, stop bitching and get to work, man. Like this is like I said earlier. The best time was then. The second best time is now. We keep looking back and be like, man, I should have done. I can't believe, dude, just get to work, man. Because the thing is, the whole time you're worried about the opportunities you're missing more opportunities. Like they just keep happening left and right. And especially now that we're in a bull run, bro, it's gonna be opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. You missed one, who cares? It's like the buzz. Just wait a minute, there's another one coming.
Yeah. I
Just
think there's a
exactly
glorious
like you said.
chemistry part of this entire thing. And
Yeah, you just gotta
oh
zoom
yeah,
out,
the
bro.
markets are red, your bags are not pumping. Take this time to connect with people. Do those DMs,
Dude.
have those calls. The entire reason why I'm having this Sei-Gar lounge. I came from
Yep.
Miami and I was having conversations with people. I was like, oh, it feels cool to be part of these conversations. Let me situate myself and play myself in a position that for the next time that we meet IRL, I can be more involved in some of these conversations and I can be more knowledgeable of what's going on. And then next time that
Yeah.
I meet in person, we have a chat and be like, Dippo, what's up? And I know what's going on with everything around
Yeah.
you and your project and season two. Let's talk about this. What can we, what are the ideas? But if you just sit back and sit on your hands and type all your rage through a keyboard, what benefit is it really doing to you? Yeah, you're gonna release some steam, but nah, bro. Take this time, build something, connect with something. If you, I'm not even saying on say, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Go out there, take the opportunities that are around you. Be multi-chains. Take all the chances that you can get. Worst that can happen is someone says no to you. Like right now,
Right.
I'm waiting to be a freaking. I'm waiting for my application to be an abstract creator. I figured,
Okay.
oh, I don't have the nicest setup. My computer is literally on top of a suitcase right now. And I'm like, what's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen? They're gonna say no, and I'm just gonna continue moving on the same direction that I've been moving until now.
Yep.
Just take a shot. Take this time. There's not a lot of craziness going on because the markets are not too bullish. Great. Take the time and the calm waters right now and build something. Um, I really love this conversation, dude. I
Yeah, man. I appreciate you having me on, man.
I really enjoyed this chat with you, and I think it was refreshing because not a lot of people talk the way you just talked about. Sit back. It's fine. You know, take your chances and do your thing. So I appreciate you for being here, brother. I have two little announcements. Well, not announcements. Two topics I want to talk about before we close it out. First, I want to congratulate everybody that got approved for the creator round. I know so many known faces and others that are not so known, but still, um, congratulations to all of you. congrats on taking a shot and that shot being on target. Now I wish nothing but the best to everybody. May your votes and the outcome reflect the the proper support that you deserve. And yeah, props to you for taking a shot. Even if you were hesitating or whatever, great, you took the shot. For those of you that hesitated
Yep.
and didn't take it, maybe next time, take it. What's the worst that can happen? They say no. They reject you, and your life continues to be the same. It's not going to be worse. So, yeah. Did you reply?
No, I don't have time, bro. I just don't have time, man. Um, no, I just didn't. Dude, one thing I want to like since you brought that up, one thing I wanted to mention, man. Like, do you see Chad's post today? Chad made a post that was just like, "Hey, if you applied for the round
Yes.
five and you didn't get approved, dude,
That
like
doesn't happen.
literally, like, hey, man, shoot, drop a video and tell me why you should have got it. Like, that's just cool as shit. Like, honestly, dude, Chad's deadpan like TikTok things that he's been doing lately, like with his whole thing talking about like him, LeBron, and Zuckerberg between them, they have tens of billions of dollars. Dude, okay, that's like the best content that I've seen lately. Like that shit's funny. If he applied for the creator round, I would most certainly vote for him, like heavily. Like that is like the funniest shit. He's become like my favorite person on the foundation, hands down. But yeah, dude, like seeing his post today about that, like I thought that was really, really cool. It was just like, look, man, if you didn't get approved, but you think that we should give it another thought, drop a video. Tell me why. And you have a bunch of people start dropping videos. I'm like, that's fucking cool, man.
That
And
is
if you
fucking
didn't
fun.
get
That happens
approved,
nowhere.
yeah. And if you didn't get approved and you saw that post today and you didn't drop a video below it, I'm glad you didn't get approved. And it's no hard feelings, and I'm not being a dick, and I have no hard like I don't dislike you, but you didn't deserve to get approved because you had an opportunity to get it. And it was either A, you were pissed off, and that's just being emotional. Everybody goes through it. You got to get over that at some point, right? Or B, you just are lazy. But if you're really willing to work and you think you deserve to be part of the Creator Round 5 and you got an opportunity to drop a video and explain it and you didn't drop a video, my guy, you didn't deserve it. And that's why you didn't get in. So I thought that was really cool to see him do that. It was really cool to see the people that went through and posted. And like I made a note of the people that went through and posted videos, people that I didn't know that went and posted a video. And I'm like, you know what? I respect these people. I'm gonna keep an eye on them. Because if you're willing to go in, people that are unknown, people that, haven't been on Say Long or whatever, and they're just like, you know what, I'm gonna go make another video. And dude, that's cool as shit. So like I respect that. I respect the hustle. And even if you don't get in, man, cool, man. Apply again. I'll vote for you next time. Like I will. Like I respect people that are willing to put in that second effort and just really shit. Let me shoot my shot again. So yeah, I thought that was really cool to see him post that. It was really cool to see the people, really double down on that and post another video and explain their case. So really cool.
Yeah, those people that are posting the videos, this is like perfect representation of believing in yourself. You think you should have been in, shoot your shot again. Make a
Tell me
video.
why. Yeah.
And if it sticks, it sticks, and that would be great. So yeah, congrats to all of you that got approved. Hats off and respect to all of you that didn't and still submitted your video. And the ones that didn't, hope you learned the lesson for the next one. Um, one last thing before I say goodbye, I want to talk a little bit about the absolutos. And today we posted the announcement, and I got so poetic. So from rivers, lakes, and even fish tanks, 2,222 quirky axolotls, and united to swim on these abstract waters. They heard about the consumer network and decided to put in their best attires. Giving away 20 whitelist spots to celebrate mainnet launch. You gotta follow, and the winners will be announced in 48 hours. Dude, yeah, for all of you that saw these, do your thing. Um, we're trying to bring more vibes up, trying to bring moods in the we're trying to bring the moods in the abstract consumer network up, trying to bring more connection with Web2 products. We haven't revealed yet, but it's gonna be
Yeah.
cool. It's gonna be fun. So yeah, go over there. Give me 1 second. Are we announcing yeah.
You're muted, by the way.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, all of you who are holders of moods and beef, they're gonna receive an absolotto. Um, yeah, man, we're excited for this. Excited to dip our toes on abstract also, and bring some more value to holders and some more cool stuff. Take it, like I said before, taking advantage of this not too crazy times on crypto, just create something new and give back to the community that supported us, that minted out moods. If we can give them some joy in this way, so be it.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I don't know when you guys announced it. I just randomly
Today.
saw, I think I was looking to see to go find the post about this, and I just like saw it like in your bio. I was like, what the fuck is that Absolottles? Like, oh shit, this is this new thing. So I just found out, I guess it was yesterday. But
Yeah, we
yeah,
announced
dude,
this
really.
today at 10:18 a.m.
Oh,
I had
nice.
just I had put it on my bio since a few days ago because we made the Twitter. The Discord server is under construction right now, and we're gonna host everybody there for moods and absolottles. I figure we're gonna be doing some mixture of both
Yeah,
and some other cool initiatives. So it is gonna be more comfortable to have a proper server for it.
yeah,
So yeah, dude,
absolutely,
I'm
man.
I'm I'm excited for it, and I'm excited for the art to be revealed. Spicy has been working so hard on it; they look cute. Uh, I think people are gonna like it.
Oh yeah, man. I was trying to get the axolotl moods, and like somebody had it. Oh, y'all got it? Fuckers.
Oh, there's two. Oh, there's another one up there.
There was one that somebody had listed out for like 195, and I was like, shit. And I bid like 150, and then they moved it up to like 395. I was like, you motherfucker. Like, I should have just bought it for 195, man. Like, what an ass. But oh well, man, it is what it is. You
They're
learn
probably
my
gonna drop
lesson.
it. Just keep
Probably
an
at
eye
some
out.
point, I'm waiting. Trust me, man, I'm waiting. Yeah, I
Keep
keep
making
my
your
eye on
offer.
it.
Keep shooting your shot. Keep making your offer.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm gonna get it one way or the other. I don't know how, I don't know when, but one way or the other, I'm getting that one.
Dude, this has been a beautiful conversation, man. I love it. I love talking to you. Thank you for accepting my invitation. I know
Yeah, no, I
you
appreciate it, man.
probably have a freaking busy schedule. Dude, nothing but the best to you. Blessings. You have any last words?
No, man, just like I said, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. Um, no, that's it. Just keep an eye out. Drill Club on sale very soon. It's just gonna be quick. Not I'm not one for hype. I'm not one to drag things out and hype things up, and just fuck it, dude. We're just gonna do it. So yeah, we're just gonna find out what time frame works for the dev side, and when it's ready, we're gonna say, hey, we're dropping on this date, and it'll be probably within a week. It'll be very quick. Um, so yeah,
Oh
keep
shit,
it out, man.
here. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Drew Club and say pretty soon, season two coming out. Um, Dippo, thank you for being here. For all of you in the audience, thank you for joining us, listening to another Moody Monday brought to you by Mood Sensei, powered by S3 Labs. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. You know how much I love and how much I'm honored to have you all here. See you again next Monday to continue talking about appealing topics. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to smoke a cigar then. Let's see how that goes. Take care, everybody. Dippo, thank you, brother. Blessings to
Yes,
you.
sir.
Bye bye.